Most of us know what's happening in the Horn of Africa, and particularly the country of Somalia. 20 years of brutal civil war and 5 years of disastrous drought has created a humanitarian nightmare. This is a situation where 12 million people have inadequate food and water, and 1.5 million men, women, and children are facing death by starvation unless we act immediately. In just the past few months, over 30,000 children have died there of starvation and disease. We know the biggest challenge is not the lack of food in the world, but rather the logistical challenge of getting it to the people who actually need it. Dealing with the situation as Westerners presents a particularly challenging task that has given most of the world a reason to not engage. If it were my family or yours living out there in a refugee camp, we'd hope that someone somewhere would take the initiative to get food to us rather than being discouraged by the difficulty of the task. Realizing that these families are really our global neighbors made us think that there had to be some way to overcome the delivery and distribution challenges. So in October of 2011, 3 of us left California and flew to Africa to find a way to get food to where it needed to be. After an exciting but challenging 4 days in Kenya and Mogadishu, we are convinced that we have found the right organization. We spent those days with the local workers, touring camps, medical centers, and seeing firsthand the utter poverty that exists there. The action we choose to take on this issue will result in families getting fed that would otherwise have nothing. Waiting for governments to intervene will be to knowingly allow thousands of men, women, and children to die. Instead, let's move quickly to bring resolution to these people who have needs just like us. The question of how much to give comes up normally, and at just 10 cents per meal, it's silly and a bit crazy, really, that we as a global community wouldn't choose to give. Remember, 1 dime equals 1 meal. You'll find an easy way to give by going to our website, feedingsomalia.org. At that website, you'll see videos and links to other organizations that are making a difference there in Africa as well. Just as important as your own giving is the sharing of this information with others. Use these videos as well as a Facebook page to spread the news that this problem does have a real and practical solution. Thanks for your time, thanks for your giving, thanks for living out the golden rule of loving your neighbor as yourself and treating them, feeding them, loving them as you'd want to be loved yourself.